pretty much the very, like, our beginning conversations were always kids. Yeah, we want kids. You know, how many kids do you want? What parenting styles was really what we talked about a lot, because we usually would talk about how we came up and, you know, the things that we wanted to change about the way that we were raised for our own child. And it was like we always were on the same page, and we're like, oh my gosh, like, we can't wait to have a baby because we're literally the same, you know, same people. At first I was like, I want to have a water birth. You know, I always imagined having a water birth, and, you know, I wanted to have birth at a birthing center. And at first she was kind of adamant. She was like, yeah, very like,
just because I didn't know anybody who did it before. It's like the social norm is to go to the hospital, have a baby. So
people think it's safer, and it's actually not.
Yeah. Once she told me, like, we researched it, and I was like, oh yeah, like, it's way better.
One thing we really didn't want was that hospital experience where you're just another patient, and, you know, you feel like you're not being listened to.
The first day we came, it was a tour. And Amy was the one. She did the second part of the tour.
Yeah.
And she took us upstairs, and she just felt so informative and comforting, like, and inclusive, because I know she, like, mentioned a lot. She was like, you know, your partner, you know.
Yeah, she, like, literally looked at her.
Yeah.
And was like, you know, dad or mom.
Because that was a concern too.
It just felt good to know that, you know, we weren't being
like, dad.
Yeah. We're sitting here like, hi.
So that was cool. Yeah. And I don't know, I fell in love with all of them, just because they were, like, embracing, and they like actually felt like they wanted to hear what you had to say, and they knew what they were talking about. So
and we're so excited to, you know, see everyone pregnant with their babies. And, you know, it honestly, as soon as we came in, I knew right away that this was a place, because it just felt like the right fit. Like fate, you know, like, oh my god,
the whole ride on.
Right. We were just in love. We were just like, oh my gosh, like, this is so amazing. Like, I can't believe we found a place already. And we're just excited. Like, we're talking about the different rooms.
So nice.
And yes.
I definitely, like I said, like, I just felt really included. And every time that they talked to her about, like, her needs and everything, like, they turned to me and looked at me and was like, okay, make sure, you know, she's on it. And, you know, anytime we listen to the heartbeat, they're like, come on, get up, like, you know. So I just definitely feel like I was a part of it, and that was important to me.
I had low iron, and my water was always, like, my water intake was always really low, and they could tell, you know, like, when you go and you know, pee in the cup and stuff. So they were always on me about, you need to drink more water, you need to drink more water. So, like, it was literally Jen's joke, like, did you drink your water today? Did you drink your water? And
yeah, she was like, I'm sorry because you didn't drink your water.
Yeah, like, I'd say something like, oh, you know, like, my feet are a little swollen. She'd be like, yeah, you need to drink more water. When we first got here, I was still having, like, really strong contractions, which later we found out is because she was stuck. So they were just, like, peaking. Like, I really didn't have much downtime. And as soon as we came in, I was just still, you know, going through my contractions, and I tried to shower. I sat on the toilet, and we tried to nap sometimes, but she tried to nap. I really could not,
because I was tired.
As soon as like, she dropped, I felt her coming down, and I told her, I was like, are you gonna get in this tub, because she's coming. And she had been in and out the tub with me, so she was, like, cold, and, you know, had gotten dressed, so she had to re-put on her lip. Yeah, and
jumped in there.
And I feel like she came pretty much, like, right after that. Yeah,
I caught her.
Yeah,
that was, like, the best thing. I tell everybody every time, I'm like, oh, by the way, oh, how was the birth? Yes, I caught her. So that was awesome.
And her umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck, so we had to
she took it off.
Yeah, I was like, oh, her cord, and, like, unwrapped it.
So it was just amazing to me that I was able to do that, because, like, at a hospital, the doctor is the one that does all the pulling out. So I just felt like I helped give life, you know, and that's, like, the best part of it.
With all of the families here, you know, the couples, you know, husband and wife, we were the only two in there who were, you know, same-sex couple, but people were speaking to us. You know, we had questions and they would answer. You know, like, you know, in my experience, you know, it didn't feel like, you know, anybody was looking at us like weird. Like,
we just didn't feel excluded. Like, we felt like two parents, and that was it. It wasn't like, oh, you know.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's like, it's actually such a relief to like not even be able to explain it, because that's kind of your expectation, is like, oh, we're gonna get looked at weird. We just could be ourselves, you know, feel comfortable. And we literally tell them all the same thing, like, you must have a natural, unmedicated, either birth center or home birth with a midwife or a doula, you know, midwife and doula, or, you know, it's just so much more personal. It's so much more comforting. It's just so beautiful. I just wanted to say thank you so much to Amy and our midwives here at Origins. This experience was so amazing. It was so beautiful, and I'm just so excited to come back already. I want to get pregnant again just so that I can re-experience it all over.
Nice.
What about you?
I have to say, I would like to say thank you to Amy and Origins, because this literally changed my life, and I would have never felt so included anywhere else. That's what I feel like. I feel like this is my family, and baby number 2 coming soon. Thank you.